Sometimes you just have a craving for chocolate cake, but it's no one's birthday. So what are you gonna do? Well, if you're like me, you've seen plenty of these chocolate mug cake recipes out there. So I played around with it a little bit and I came up with two that are very easy. One regular, one gluten-free, and it only needs three things. A tablespoon, something to eat it out of, and something to eat it with. Now this is not a recipe that requires an apron by any means, but I'm going to go ahead and wear one anyway because I got a very generous birthday gift this year. My own apron that says Lady Ace on it. Thanks Mike and Courtney. I call this recipe chocolate cake for one or two, depending on how indulgent you're feeling on any given day. I tend to like to share these with my husband, so I make a nice size, but you can easily cut it in half if you want. For wet ingredients, mix 1/2 tablespoon olive or coconut oil to 2 tablespoons milk of choice. Here I'm using almond. Dry ingredients are 2 tablespoons flour, whole wheat if possible, 1 tablespoon sugar. Here I'm using turbinado cane sugar, 2 tablespoons cocoa powder to make it nice and rich, a dash of baking powder, a pinch of salt, and any flavor you like. I like cinnamon. Stir to combine thoroughly and press to fit into your dish or cup. If you want to be a little extra decadent, you could put some chocolate chips on top. I've actually got these little carob chips, which are really yummy. So I'm just going to sprinkle them on and then kind of press them in so that they don't burn on top and they come out nice and gooey when they come out of the oven. So I love the toaster oven. There is no need to use an entire oven for this tiny little cake. Supposedly you can microwave these things. A lot of people like to. If you've known me for any length of time, you know that I hate microwaves. I'm sure they're bad for you, but it's more that I blow things up in them. I don't mean to. I just hate microwaves. We don't get along, but a toaster oven, we are friends. I'm going to put this in 350, about 10 minutes. I love chocolate cake. So then, when it's done, you can see how it's fluffed up. And you've got those yummy little chocolate or carob chips in there. And if you can stand to let it cool, then you have to wait a few minutes before you dig right in. So then it gets all nice and gooey with the chips on top. For the gluten-free version of this chocolate cake, I'm going to use my new favorite thing, which is coconut flour. It is nice and fluffy, but it soaks up more moisture than regular flour, so I'm going to change how much I put in there, but you will still only need a tablespoon as your only measuring piece of equipment. Mix only 1 tablespoon coconut flour to 1 tablespoon sugar, 2 tablespoons cocoa powder, a pinch of salt, optional flavoring, and a dash of baking powder, and mix to combine. Still use 2 tablespoons milk of choice and 1/2 tablespoon olive or coconut oil. Mix thoroughly and press to fit your dish or cup. Add optional chocolate or carob chips, pressing them into the mixture so they don't burn on top. And then in it goes. Same thing, 350, 10 minutes.
Feed me!
Feed you. Okay, ready? Are you ready?
Yes, feed your cameraman.
Is it good? It's chocolate cake.